Welcome back to the Malaysia Money Matters show. It's December 24th,
Oh, wow, Christmas Eve,
and
actually.
we've got a lot to get into today. A really fascinating mix of company news here in Malaysia, and then some global stuff, too, that we really need to keep an eye on because it could have some big effects.
Yeah, definitely some things that could shake things up a bit.
Yeah, so let's jump right in. I guess first off, we got to talk about Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim.
Okay.
His approval rating just hit 54%
Wow.
after 2 years of leading the unity government.
That's pretty impressive.
It is, yeah. And the overall government approval is up to 51%, too.
It seems like people are responding well to what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, particularly when it comes to attracting investment
Right.
into Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this kind of political stability, it's really good for investors.
Yeah.
You know, they see that and they feel more comfortable
Right.
putting their money here.
Makes sense. You know, when things feel kind of shaky,
Yeah,
people get a little hesitant.
absolutely.
And it's interesting because this is happening at the same time that there is this kind of global trend of investors shifting their focus to Asia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially countries like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, and Thailand.
Yeah.
And they see a lot of potential in these economies,
Mm-hmm.
particularly when it comes to domestic spending power.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, a strong domestic market can really help if things get a little rough out there on the global stage.
Right.
And, you know, let's be honest, there are definitely some potential problems out there.
For sure.
The U.S. is kind of ramping up the trade tensions with China, and that could have some ripple effects.
It could definitely spill over.
Yeah.
Speaking of potential problems, remember that whole 1MDB scandal?
Oh, yeah. How could we forget?
Well, it's back in the headlines.
Oh, no.
1MDB is suing this firm in Hong Kong
Okay.
for over $1 billion. They're claiming that this firm helped launder some stolen funds.
Wow.
So yeah, even as we're celebrating some of these positive developments,
Right.
we got to remember the importance of,
Accountability?
accountability and transparency.
Absolutely. It's so important. You know, that whole 1MDB thing was a major blow to investor confidence.
Yeah, for sure.
And we need to make sure that we learn from what happened and we put things in place to prevent that from happening again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so let's switch gears to something a little more upbeat.
Okay. I like it.
KLCC Holdings just bought this huge chunk of land,
Oh?
486 acres.
Wow. That's massive.
I know, in Bandar, Malaysia,
Okay.
and they're planning to transform it. It's a former Air Force base,
Oh, wow.
and they want to turn it into this bustling international business hub.
That's a huge deal, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Bandar, Malaysia has had some ups and downs in the past, you know, with deals falling through.
Yeah, a little bit of a bumpy road.
But this purchase seems like a real commitment
Right.
to getting it done. And imagine the potential.
I know, it's hard to even fathom.
We could be talking 50 to 60 years and potentially billions of ringgit.
Yeah. It's incredible. And, I heard that initially they were even thinking about putting an escape theme park there.
Oh, wow.
But that idea has been scrapped for now.
Well, I mean, over that kind of time frame,
Right.
things are bound to change.
For sure.
I think what's important is that the government is committed to making Bandar, Malaysia a success.
Yeah.
And this deal really seems to point in the right direction.
Yeah, it does. And, this kind of ties into another big trend that we're seeing, and that's sustainability.
Okay.
Bursa Malaysia is now requiring all listed companies
Yeah.
to include sustainability reports
Mm-hmm.
in their annual filings.
Okay.
It's part of this global movement where investors are looking beyond just profits
Yeah.
and considering a company's, environmental and social impact as well as their governance practices.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's becoming more and more clear that you can be sustainable and profitable at the same time.
Right.
In fact, they often go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And Malaysia is really putting itself out there as a leader in this area, especially when it comes to digital infrastructure.
So you're talking about all those data centers that are popping up.
Yeah, exactly. We've got like Microsoft, Google,
Among
Amazon.
the big names.
Yeah.
Pouring billions of dollars
Right.
into building data centers here.
So what's driving that?
Well, Malaysia has really made an effort to build this green digital infrastructure
Okay.
powered by renewable energy sources.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and that's super appealing.
To those big tech companies.
Yeah,
Especially when they're under so much pressure to reduce their carbon footprint.
exactly. And on top of that, Malaysia offers a stable political environment,
Right.
a skilled workforce, competitive costs.
Yeah. It's a pretty attractive package.
It really is.
So it's not just about being environmentally responsible, it's also a smart business strategy.
Exactly, 100%.
And this focus on sustainability, It's not just about data centers either.
Right.
The government is really pushing for renewable energy across the board.
Right.
Yeah, they just finalized the bids for the 5th round of large-scale solar projects.
Oh, wow.
Although we'll have to wait to find out who the winners are and how much they bid.
So a little bit of suspense.
A little cliffhanger.
I like it. But it's not just about these massive projects. They're also making it easier for everyday Malaysians to go solar, too.
Yeah.
They're expanding that net energy metering program so you can sell your excess energy back to the grid.
Yeah.
And they're even offering rebates for home solar installations.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So before we jump into some rapid-fire company updates,
Okay.
let's just take a quick pause here.
Yeah.
What are your initial thoughts on all of this? Anything jumping out at you as particularly significant?
You know, I think what's really interesting is how all of these trends are kind of coming together at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, you've got this backdrop of political stability
Right.
and a government that's actively promoting both economic growth and sustainability.
It's a powerful
It
combination.
really is. And it creates a very compelling narrative for both investors and businesses.
I agree. It feels like there's a real sense of momentum building here in Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so are you ready for some company-specific news?
I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, let's start with High-Tech Purdue.
Oh.
They just secured a massive project
Oh, yeah.
worth almost RM 900 million
Wow.
for the National Integrated Immigration System.
Okay.
But right after that win,
Oh,
their managing director resigned.
really?
And here's the interesting part.
Oof.
She's the daughter of the executive deputy chairman.
That's interesting. Family dynamics in business can be a little tricky.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, keep an eye on that one.
Definitely. Meanwhile, in completely different news, Coastal Contracts just won a bid to develop a large-scale solar plant in Sabah.
That's great news. I love to see more companies getting into renewables.
Yeah, especially in a place like Sabah.
Right.
They've got so much potential for solar power.
Yeah, it really speaks to that growing demand for clean energy.
It does, both from the government and from businesses themselves.
Definitely. All right, speaking of businesses making moves, Malayan Flour Mills is in a bit of a battle with the Malaysia Competition Commission.
Oh, yeah. What's going on there?
Well, one of their units is challenging a penalty that was imposed by the commission.
Classic David versus Goliath situation.
Right. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
It will. These competition cases are always fascinating.
They are. You know, they really highlight the importance of having a level playing field.
Yeah, absolutely. Fair competition is essential.
For a healthy economy, for sure. Okay, shifting gears to the property sector.
Okay.
Tuju Setia just landed a big construction contract.
How big are we talking?
Almost RM 400 million
Wow.
for service apartments in Wangsa Maju.
Nice. Their order book must be looking pretty good these days.
Yeah, construction seems to be doing well. And in other news, ECM Libra.
The company that runs that hotel at KLIA.
That's the one. They just extended their concession.
For how long?
Another 35 years.
Wow, must be a pretty sweet deal.
They paid almost RM 30 million for that extension.
Yeah, they must be feeling pretty good about the future of travel.
Yeah, it's good to see that sector bouncing back.
Definitely. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about Bandar, Malaysia.
Okay.
You know that massive project we were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on how it could impact the economy.
Well, some people are saying it could be a real game changer.
Yeah, I get the excitement, but I'm also a little bit cautious.
Okay, why is that?
Well, you know, Bandar, Malaysia has had some setbacks in the past.
Right.
And I think it can be risky to pin so much hope on one massive development.
Yeah, that's a fair point. We
Well-
can't put all our eggs in one basket.
Exactly. Now, speaking of data centers and sustainability,
Right.
there's another angle to this story that I think is worth mentioning.
Okay, I'm listening.
Malaysia has been ranked top in Southeast Asia for data center opportunities
Really?
for the second year in a row.
Wow, that's impressive. What's putting us ahead?
Well, it's a combination of things. The government is really actively promoting green and sustainable digital infrastructure.
Yeah.
They've even got these specific initiatives
Right.
like the Green Lane Pathway and the Corporate Renewable Energy Supply Scheme.
I haven't heard of those.
Yeah, they're specifically designed to attract those big tech companies.
So it's not just talk. They're actually putting their money where their mouth is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we've got a strong track record
Yeah.
of delivering these big projects.
It's all coming together.
It is. The data center market here is booming.
That's great to hear.
Take-up rates are exceeding expectations. It's clear that these global tech giants see Malaysia as a strategic location.
Yeah, it's fascinating how this all ties together.
It is.
You know, the government's push for sustainability, It's attracting investment, and it's positioning Malaysia as a leader in the digital economy.
Absolutely. It's a smart strategy.
And this commitment to renewable energy,
Yeah.
it's not just limited to data centers either.
Right. The government is actually looking at ways to accelerate solar farm projects.
Even more solar power.
Yeah, beyond the ones that were just bid on.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're really serious about this energy transition.
They are. And it makes sense, with the cost of solar technology coming down.
For sure. Okay, so let's pivot a little bit.
Okay.
The Deputy Works Minister just announced that over RM 15 billion
Wow.
worth of highway projects
Okay.
have been awarded to Bumiputera contractors this year.
That's a significant investment,
It is. And it's almost the same amount as last year.
showing a consistent effort.
Yeah, it's not just about building roads. It's about creating economic opportunities.
Exactly. And speaking of roads, there's a bit of a legal battle brewing
Oh,
between two highway concessionaires,
Okay.
Lodotar and Perlintas.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, it all stems from this cost-sharing agreement
Okay.
related to linking different expressways.
So a disagreement over who pays for what.
Basic.
Sounds like a recipe for a courtroom showdown.
It does. Lotar actually won an arbitration case
Oh, wow.
and was awarded RM 46 million. But Perlintas hasn't paid up.
So now what?
So now Lotar is taking them to court to enforce the ruling.
Wow, so things are getting serious.
They are. And speaking of serious matters, the Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh
Yeah,
is involved in a legal battle of her own.
you're talking about that libel suit.
Yeah, the one she filed against the former Inspector General of Police.
Right.
Just a quick recap for our listeners.
Okay.
She sued him over some comments he made, alleging that she was trying to Christianize Malaysia.
Right. A very controversial case.
It was. And unfortunately for her, the High Court dismissed her suit.
Oh, wow.
They ruled that she didn't meet the requirements for a defamation case.
Was thrown out.
Yeah, it was a tough case.
Yeah.
Touching on those sensitive issues of religion and free speech.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the court sided with the former IGP.
They did. But I heard she's planning to appeal.
Oh, really? So this could drag on for a while.
It could. Now let's switch gears back to the corporate world.
Okay.
Malakoff Corp, the power and water company, they just made some changes at the top.
Okay, what happened?
They've redesignated their executive vice chairman as a non-executive chairman.
I wonder what that means.
Yeah, sometimes these leadership shifts can signal a change in strategy.
Right. It'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Definitely. And speaking of leadership changes, remember that managing director who resigned from High-Tech Purdue?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they've appointed a new CEO,
Oh, okay.
and he comes from the banking sector.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Perhaps they're looking to branch out into fintech or something.
Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, back to Malayan flour mills.
Right.
And their ongoing legal battle with the Malaysia Competition Commission.
What's the latest?
It seems their subsidiary is challenging an appeal tribunal decision
Okay.
related to that penalty they were hit with.
This case is a good reminder that even big corporations have to play by the rules.
Yeah, absolutely. Regulators are important.
They are. They help to ensure fair competition and protect consumers.
All right, let's wrap up this section with a couple of quick updates.
Okay, sounds good.
ECM Libra,
Yeah.
in addition to extending their hotel concession at KLIA, they've also secured a new contract
Oh, wow.
to operate a hotel in Kota Kinabalu.
So they're really betting on that tourism rebound.
It seems like it. And finally, we have Tuju Setia
Yeah.
on top of that big service apartment project.
Right.
They just snagged another construction contract.
Nice. How much is this one worth?
RM 150 million
Not bad.
for a mixed development in KL.
They're on a roll?
They are. It seems like the construction sector is really firing on all cylinders.
It is. All right, let's shift our focus to the global stage now
Okay.
and see what's happening out there that could impact the Malaysian market. So the U.S. has launched another trade probe. This time, it's targeting those everyday Chinese chips.
Oh, wow.
The ones you find in pretty much every electronic device.
Okay.
This could mean more tariffs and even more escalation of that trade war.
Seems like there's always something disrupting global trade.
Yeah, it's definitely a concern.
But what's interesting is that Goldman Sachs is actually pretty optimistic
Okay.
about Chinese stocks.
Really?
They're suggesting there's limited downside risk next year.
How do they figure that?
Well, they think the market might have already factored in the risks
Right.
from these trade tensions.
Interesting.
So the current prices might already reflect all that uncertainty.
That makes sense.
And Goldman Sachs also believes that China's domestic stimulus measures
Yeah.
could help soften the blow of any potential sell-off.
So it's a wait-and-see kind of situation.
It is.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, let's talk about something else that's making waves
Okay.
in the automotive world.
What's that?
Honda and Nissan are discussing a merger.
Wow. Seriously.
Yeah, if it goes through, they would become the third largest car company globally.
That's massive. It really shows you the kind of pressure these traditional car makers are facing,
Right.
especially from those Chinese EV companies.
Yeah, they're really shaking things up.
They are. By joining forces, Honda and Nissan are hoping to gain the scale and resources they need.
Right, to compete.
Exactly. Adapt or die, right?
It's the name of the game these days.
Yeah.
Speaking of adaptation, AirAsia is making some big moves, too.
Oh, yeah. What are they up to?
They're in talks with Airbus, Embraer, and Comac
Wow. All the big players.
about buying over 100 new aircraft.
That's a huge order. They must be seeing some serious growth potential.
Yeah, it seems like they're gearing up for a major expansion.
That's exciting. All right, so as we wrap up today's deep dive,
Okay.
what are your final thoughts?
Well, I think the big takeaway here is that Malaysia's in a really good position,
Yeah.
especially with this focus on sustainability.
It's a smart move.
It is.
Yeah.
And the government's commitment to attracting investment while still prioritizing a green future.
Right.
It's creating some really exciting opportunities.
I agree. It feels like there's a real sense of optimism here.
Yeah, it's contagious.
It is. And that's what makes following the Malaysian market so interesting. There's
Yep.
always something happening. It's never boring.
Well said. So to all of our listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Malaysian market.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone.
And remember to subscribe to the Malaysia Money Matters podcast for more insights and analysis.
We'll be back soon with more.
Until next time, we wish you all the best in your investing journey. Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you would like a deeper dive into all the investment opportunities from today's news, subscribe to my newsletter at moneymatters.substack.com. I will be sharing a deeper analysis of the key investment opportunities from today's news, including what makes these opportunities stand out and how they fit into the broader market trends. By subscribing to the Malaysia Money Matters newsletter, you will also get exclusive insights on my watch list and portfolio and fundamental reports on Malaysian listed companies.